2015-2016 season for Let's Boogie and my team was a great year. Top of my head, I'm going to say we had about 13 round wins, which finished with 3 wins here at Perth. First time with a win for the series for myself and the team. First round was against Maurice McMillan. Maurice is a killer on the tree. The guy knows how to cut a light. We're fortunate enough to take him down.
Justin Walsh gets it done in another entertaining Biatchin race, Chad.
That was awesome.
The crown for me was in the second round when I got to race Shane Olive. Shane Olive, if you don't know him, he's pretty much the second brainchild of this whole series. The guy has driven every car in the series. He tunes them, he drives them, he builds them, he paints them, he does everything.
That's one of the best races ever at the Perth Motorplex.
In the third round of racing, we were lucky enough to come up against the Catavardis team in their beach bomb car.
Let's Boogie takes a big win at the Motorplex.
That was good enough to give us the 9 points to take us to number 1 on the podium. The reason why we drive Nitro funny cars you can't explain. Imagine you're driving down the highway doing 100 kilometres an hour and you're just cruising along, then all of a sudden you hit a heap of bumps in the road and your car goes left, your car goes right. Times everything by 4. You're doing 4 times the speed, 4 times the Gs, 4 times the movements left, 4 times right, and about 40 times as loud. It's incredible. Perth and Sydney are the best 2 tracks to race at in this country because you've got that Coliseum feel to it. You just can't beat it. You feel like you're a prize fighter on fight night. There's 12 cars here this weekend in the bracket racing, yet there'd be between 60 and 80 crew people that have travelled 4,000 kilometres plus just to come and put this show on. The commitment behind the scenes is what makes this whole show tick. Without that, we're nothing.
They've thrilled fans of ages across the country for the last 3 years. And now it's WA's turn to witness the brutality of these amazing machines once again. Hi everyone and welcome to the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny Cars here at the amazing Perth Motorplex in Western Australia. A track that goes hand in hand with these awesome 4,000 horsepower machines. It's the baby of Graham and Wendy Cowan that has soared in popularity in recent years, and part of the unique experience of the event is the awesome salute to the fans.
This is round 2 of the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny Cars. The fight about to begin, and a big race because this man we know is already on 3 points. He wants to head to the final round on the maximum 6.
Like a lot of Kiwis, he got a free kick in the first round, mate, so let's not count that one. Alongside him, this guy had his share of troubles, though, so Schultz really needs to step it up, the general. And McMillan, a busy boy as always in this series, tuning several cars. That's the cool part. There's about 2 or 3 guys that tune 2 or 3 cars each in this category, so you actually have rivals tuning rivals' cars, which kind of blows my mind just a little bit.
Great shot of those butterfly steering wheels, that button there. That's what Morris will hit. So get top gear. I reckon Dad's a bit pumped up here for Daniel Schultz. Oh, in the other lane, so we're going to break these bodies off. Some aggressive crew chiefing going on as we get these boys into pre-stage.
Schultz coming in. McMillan to follow. Oh. McMillan will do it. The Kiwi on fire. Literally a 570 at 405 kilometres an hour, and the boys are pumped.
You fill grandstands at this place, you put on a show, and that is why they love it. That's why they're cheering. Listen to this place right now.
Beautiful.
Raw emotion, yeah, that's cool, isn't it? That's raw emotion. That's what it's all about. Schultz is a great drag race. I thought he had him.
He got out on him. He was there at half track. Incrementals down the road would have shown Schultz in front, and then one bad Kiwi snatches those 3 points right at the death and goes on through to the last round on the maximum 6. Good drag racing.
That onboard shot just shows how violent it is inside the cockpit. Now, Begley has got to have a better run. There's no doubt. No matter what happens here, it's got to start better than it did in his first run. If you missed that earlier, jammed his finger between the bodywork and the chassis rail as they were getting ready to stage. That's just madness. Big effort to come back. Come on, Beggs. LA hooker, hoping to fire up big time here. However, Catavardis would love a strong run.
Two drivers who have done incredible amounts of runs down this track as Michael Marriott is doing that dance, brings the car into pre-stage, thumbs up, we're ready to race. So yeah, both these drivers have done so many passes here, and to race in front of a packed crowd like this, they'll be both incredibly keen to get the win light right now.
Catavardis would love a win in his backyard. Saw the Perth WA sticker. Horrendous light. LA hooker is gone. Look at that in the end. The ETs, there wasn't much difference, but to the naked eye, that was a belting.
Yeah, that was done on the start line. Michelle Catavardis, though, the wife of Andrew, a racer herself, despite the bad reaction time, she was just happy to see that car achieve another personal best. Huge run from Andrew. Good-looking header flames in front of a good-looking crowd. And round two, we always say the 8 p.m. session here at the Plex goes off. It's living up to expectations.
Normally it's the Sunday session in Western Australia that's legendary, but on a Saturday night at the Perth Motorplex, it is standing room only for the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro funny cars. The Bandit. Can he do it again? Josh Lay up against Matt Abel. Now the Speed Talk company, Rory Taylor, that's an iconic West Australian brand as well, Chad.
He's been involved with a lot of different race cars, particularly Nitro here. Worked with Mark Sheehan on their funny car and Top Fuel work as well. Oh man, this is another big matchup. This is a night at the Motorplex that this crowd will not forget. It's packed, the runs have been amazing, they've been side by side. Now, we've already got Fundamental in. He was actually into full stage, still waiting on the Bandit.
Oh, red light and trouble for Abel. Lay rips it down. Another great run of 560 at 412, and the dream debut for Lay. It continues. Abel with his own share of problems.
The car's dropping sparks and scraping its way down. Let's have a look here. So it was a red light first anyway, and that jolted hard off the fence. Went in a big way. I've seen the green machine bounce off the fence here a few times in the hands of Alan Dobson, and that crowd's getting their money's worth tonight. They are putting it all on the line, but wow, Josh Lay motors on through with the maximum points. So it's him and Morris McMillan on the 6.
Great shot from the rocket cam as the dark horse arrives. Masinio, who was victorious at Calder Park and would love to ram home a big one in front of this stout Perth crowd. And he'd be doing it by himself on his Pat Malone, the Mustang.
Great time for a solo pass. Good chance to test his reaction times too. And the tune-up is good. Heading to the final round, also on 6 points with a good package to play with.
Man, we are consistently in the 5 3/4 tonight, aren't we? With just about everybody.
Round 2 of racing. It's been exciting so far. Headlined by this moment of Fundamental. Let's see how Matt Abel's feeling afterwards.
Well, Matty, when nights start bad, they tend to get worse, but that was a bit unnecessary.
Yeah, we got held on the line for an awful long time. You know, in my opinion, they should have red lit him. Luckily, it's not too bad. We're going to fix it and try and get back out there. Just needs a set of pipes and a new paint job, you know.
Pressure's on. Some cars running some seriously quick numbers, so we'll hot both them up a little bit, not too much, but we'll go after what we can and see what they can run.
You know, the 578, I think we ran 420 Ks. It was like 262 mile an hour. That's the quickest mile an hour we've gone so far. So, yeah, pretty stoked. I've never seen a crowd this big. It's just, from a driver's point of view, when you look up at that, you think, this is working.
How cool is this on the rocket cam? We focused our attention on last year's winner.
They used to call the Supercross in California the commotion by the ocean, and it's kind of similar to this here, isn't it? You still have a couple more passes to run in round 2. It's a 3-round competition. Chicago shootout style. You don't get eliminated, so the spectators get to see every car 3 times. It's all built for the spectator. Nathan Coles on debut. Nitro Madness, the Territorian, up against Justin Walsh, the defending champ of this event. here at the Perth Motorplex. Until you are standing down at ground level, when one of these cars leaves the line, it is phenomenal. President of the Shane Olive Appreciation Club, Justin Walsh, arriving for duty. Having said that, what he did say at the top of the show is correct. Olive lives and breathes this category and this series, along with Graham Cowan.
Two guys who have graduated out of blown alcohol, sportsman racing. There's been some good reaction times tonight. Wow, Nathan Cole, this boy can drive. That was an awesome run in Nitro Madness. Loses the race, mind you, by going the long way, probably. But wow, that thing got near the fence. I think it was because of that big wheel stand. It just drove with the front wheels in the air. He had to just check the throttle a little bit to get them back down. But watch left of frame. Very quick pedal. Very impressed with this guy's, only a young man. His driving ability is fantastic, but let's not take anything away from Let's Boogie.
Oh, and when you're faced up against a guy like Walsh with this kind of experience, you cannot afford to let off the throttle. So he might have just done that initially just to get back a hold of the car, and then he tromped it again. So, although it wasn't a win, did a heck of a job. Shane Olive, the Red Devil, we ride on board here at the Perth Motorplex. Oh, this is a massive heavyweight battle here. Gorsey up against Olive.
Somehow, in 3 years of this championship or this series, we've never seen these two men go toe-to-toe. How they've avoided each other for all these years, I don't know. This is what we've been waiting for. The battle of the two big Chevs.
That's a cool shot too, isn't it? You good to go? Yep, you good to go. GC takes just a little longer because he can.
Of course, he's got 7 wins in the past to Olive's 5. They have been waiting for this, but a full change of pistons for the Nitro Express could be the changing. No, it's a red light for the Red Devil. Lives up to his name. 6 points for Gorsey, courtesy of a pair of red lights in the other lane tonight, and he backs up the 54 in style. Definitely silence from the deep end as we digest what we just saw. You know what, Wade? They didn't even get a chance to fire up that car back in the pits, Nitro Express. That's how tight it was in the turnaround.
If you take the red light out, and that's an obvious, comment to make, that was a great drag race between two of these guys. So we expect that kind of battle where there's nothing in it. That was just a tremendous race. Unfortunately, not from Olive's point of view with that red light.
We get set for the final round of racing on what has simply been one of the best nights in the Motorplex's existence. It sounds like a big statement, but it's true. And they're about to enjoy watching Nathan Coles out there because, let's be honest, this guy can seriously drive.
Cool shot of Catavatis there before as well, handing out his autograph cards and just doing the promo stuff. Nitro Madness, TC Trimming and Speed Talk on board.
Oh, this car loves to lift the front wheels. To play with that wheelie bar height a little bit. Man alive, 587. He was on the throttle well past the finish line. I think he just wants to get his money's worth tonight. Watch when these header flames go out. There's the finish line there, halfway up the hill.
Get your money's worth. Absolutely.
Goodness me.
Man, Schultz has had a tough time of it in Perth. The General is really not where he wants to be coming into this third round. Our rocket cam.
Oh, the burnout, Wade. Sorry, I had to cut you off there as he does a John Zappia-like burnout down to the finish line.
I was going to say either that or Victor, but either way,
cool.
He's got to do something, doesn't he? Catavatis saying, hope y'all strap a light on. You'll have to wake me up before you go.
All right.
We're backing up the beach bomb.
Schultz needs about a drinks break to back this thing up from half track in the General. Give him burnout of the night. If he's not going to win anything else, he'll win that. He was cruelly denied a victory in round 2.
I love all the crew shirts to the right. You see the beach bomb shirts. The series works very hard on producing themed shirts. What the crew wear, you can wear. How hard we bang on the bonnet. Let's wait for it. Look at that. All lined up at the back. The beach bombers. Very cool.
3-stage lights are on. Can't believe Hawaiian shirts didn't get the pick there.
Still waiting. Oh, Schultz has had a shocker.
Put it in the trailer. Gee, good reaction times again. Well, Schultz doesn't want to give up. Another pedal job to pull nearly 400 Ks again, but it's the Beach Bomb who's had a cracking night. He'll get a big win in front of his home crowd. James Rowland, Mike Marriott, the team are thrilled, and well might they be. Second generation racer here in Perth with a big win. Wow, shift light came on, he hit it perfectly. You saw it flash for a second. And the reason why he's happy, back-to-back PBs tonight for that young man.
That's very cool, isn't it? He really had to fight the car. Although it went down the middle, he had to really manhandle the thing to keep it in the sticky stuff. And the crowd are loving seeing a West Aussie doing so very well here. Oh, how many step jobs there.
You would never want to get into a pedal fest fight alongside Daniel Schultz because he can get a car to the finish line no matter what.
So, Abel is back, willing and able to get this thing down the line this time. Fundamental. He got into the wall. We can see that big love bite down the right-hand side. And hopefully this will be a smoother run for him in the same lane as well as Begley. What a proud dad. And that was cool, you know, talking before about how Emma did the right thing. She got through her schooling and now it's rewarded her. I finished year 12 and Dad gave me a Volkswagen Beetle. Not quite the same as what she's driving.
The walking wounded tonight, Fundamental. Matt Abel, he is a tough racer. Well, they built him tough into territory, obviously.
Obviously wasn't happy either about the fact that he was held at the light so long. He made that comment quite clear.
Yeah.
Tempers frayed a little bit at the end of all that. Take nothing away from Lay.
Oh, here we go. Pedal fest, yes. Who's there? Still not over. Can Abel get him back? Oh. I love side-by-side eights. Oh, and this thing's on fire now as well. You go slapping that loud pedal enough times, you'll eventually hurt something. Oh, and it goes right up for Matt Abel. Barbecue down in the deep end as he tries to get that thing turned away. 1, 2. Oh, maybe 5 or 6 by the end of that run. Wow. This is what we call a pedal fest. Neither car get to 60 foot under power. Begley's hooked back up first. Probably the difference. The bodies come down the last round of racing. We've got a few drivers on the maximum score of 6 right now. You need to get 9 points to be in contention. And if it comes down to a tiebreaker where more than one driver on 9, then it comes down to who went the quickest, I should say, in that last round of racing. Game on.
And to use a committee, it has all come down to this, the third and final round. Walsh v. Olive.
These guys could fight for podiums here. Neither driver on the full allotment of 6, but you can still make your way to the podium on 7 points. We've seen it happen before.
Well, that red light cost Olive dearly, didn't it? Because he certainly had a good chance to have a crack. Gorsey took him out, and they will be, you would think, giving each other you-know-what about that for weeks back at the shop.
So he's not going to back up his title claim here from last year. Talking about Let's Boogie. Shane Olive went on a real hot streak after Perth last year, so maybe he'll head off to the next race in Portland and be strong.
So, the sticker, I love Olive. It says right in front of him. He's got an olive in front and an olive to the left. It's almost the perfect martini at the Perth Motorplex. Can he take care of the Red Devil?
Shaken, not stirred, no doubt. Depends how much tyre shake you get. A couple of really heavy hitters here. Oh, and another red light. We have seen more red lights tonight than anywhere else. Big run. Oh, burning up a piston on the right side for a 579 on the Red Devil. Just at the end, it started to nose over. At Calder Park, we didn't see a single driver cut a .0 light. Tonight, we've seen, 5 red lights already?
I don't think everyone's just amped about the occasion. They're just so pumped, having a full house, wanting to rock the place.
I think there's something in that. And knowing that other drivers are going to be doing huge runs tonight with big ETs, you need to be on your game at the start line.
Morris McMillan preparing for battle, giving it a hit in one bad Kiwi. Of course, this whole concept, the Aeroflow Nitro funny cars, looking to expand offshore as well. Very strong possibilities that New Zealand will be copping a dose of this series in years ahead. That's exciting stuff. Messinio. up against Morris McMillan.
Getting closer to handing out the trophies. Shane Olive in the deep end, out of the car. Let's hear from him.
What a night, what a crowd this place has got, you know. I've never ever seen a crowd like that in any state of drag racing in forever. So, you know, hats off to Perth Motorplex, you know, they've put on a great show, and hopefully the crowd have, you know, witnessed something they all want to come back and see again.
So Shane's on 7 points, both these drivers on 6. The winner will move to the maximum 9. Save of the day. One bad Kiwi looking at both concrete walls, gas it back up. Now, Messinho gets the win, but let's just focus on this for a drive job. No, we're used to seeing that stuff on the other side of the Motorplex. That is insane.
Just going to say Kerry Madsen would be happy with that recovery. See, the cameraman obviously reacted because he got all out of shape there as well. The bad news is it might be spectacular, but it's just cost him dearly.
Right.
How about this kid? Josh Lay, an accountant during the week, doing this on the weekend and living the proverbial dream. Is that about to become a nightmare? He faces Gorsey. This is almost not fair. This is like when you see the deer that walks down to the waterhole and you know that the big lion is just waiting to pick him off.
Big run from Paul Messinho early. He's down in the deep end after that PB of a 572.
This is just unbelievable, you know. We're just going from strength to strength. The whole sport, the crowd here was just absolutely amazing. I've still got goosebumps from this before, you know what I mean? So, hey, Aeroflow, way to go.
Well, might he be happy because he's in the winning spot at the moment, sitting on top. Whoever wins this race needs to go quicker than his 572. The loser still needs to go quicker than a 579 to knock Shane Olive out of third.
Gotta love this. It's come down to a final round matchup to decide. The crowd has responded with their feet here in Perth. This kid has been on fire. Can he do it again and take out Gorsey?
Did a 560 earlier tonight and a 555 for Nitro Express. Oh no! The curse has struck once again. 559, the first car to ever pull off 3 in a row in a single night running in the 50s. Nitro Express has been like a bullet.
And that just comes down to experience as well, Chad. Lay has barely put a wheel wrong. He's done a phenomenal job, this rookie.
3 red lights up against him tonight, Rick Gorsey. I think everyone's just a little bit intimidated by Nitro Express.
Tell you what, Lay nearly had him too. The bandit, you nearly saw the deer eat the lion. That was cool.
Well, Rick Gorsey, stand by. It's another 50. It's a 559. You're the winner here tonight.
Nice. Oh, the car's been not on rails, but it's been flying. We've had 3 good passes now. Unfortunately, hurt the engine in the first pass. The crew got it back together all in time, but mate, I can't say anything more of my crew. That they're just awesome. They've just done a good job tonight, and they're all going to sleep well, trust me, including the driver.
Josh, brace yourself. Debut round. You are 3rd here tonight.
You're kidding. Oh my God.
Man.
I couldn't believe it that I was lining up against Gorsey in the last round. Like, you know, in the last pairing, and that's the final of the day. Just can't believe it. So, thanks very much.
Nitro, baby!
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I can't believe it. 3rd place.
Good on you, mate. Hey.
Oh,
He's been dreaming for years to be able to drive one of these things, and Graham's just given us the opportunities that nobody else I've ever seen in drag racing in Australia has given people. Just ordinary people like us. It's incredible to be involved.
You're proud?
Oh, mate, the proudest bloke here tonight, let me tell you.
Incredible night here at the Perth Motorplex. Thanks for watching the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny Cars. Find us on Facebook, find us online. Do not miss it if this show comes to your hometown. Thanks for watching.